Sandy whispers, Kylie, let's walk to the bash. Across the parties, jumping, we make a quick dash. Under moonlight, plan set to clash. In the shadows, plotting with a cruel flash. Sanctuary crawling, night air thick. Boys in the back, moving real slick. Caught off guard, in her seatbelt quick. Hope spilling out, pulse grown weak. Honored in silence, secrets kept tight. Under black water, lost to the night. Enshrouded truth, hidden from sight. Kylie's fight, ending, the stars burning bright. Lurking eyes watch as the plot unfolds. Seatbelt binds, her fate now holds. Hatch locked down, the car grows cold. Secrets of sanity, tales of old. Tears unseen, honor bound mute. Dark tide coming, unable to refute. Pearl of night, silence astute. Truth in silence, hearts grown root. Honored in silence, secrets kept tight. Under black water, lost to the night. Enshrouded truth, hidden from sight. Kylie's fight, ending, the stars burning bright. The stars burning bright. The stars burning bright. Days merge night. Sandy's mind aches. Heavy burden. Watching the wakes. Lost in the whisper. Silent heart breaks. Life consumed. Conscience quakes. The stars burning bright. The stars burning bright.
What's up, y'all? Hi, Liberty. How you doing, honey? Oh, my Christmas was really good. How was yours? I'm just going to be working on the timeline between this documentation and this, and I'm probably just going to be going through her entire case, all of the tabs that I have. I need to start getting more stuff in order so at the first of the year I can just slam various agencies with various FOIAs, so that's what I'm just going to work on tonight. Alright, so I have 1225 added here, which is this guy here. Needs to go here, which is a 70-388. That guy, and then he also came in at 1 p.m. So he started searching at 10:25, and then he got relocated to another area at 1 p.m., which I will insert that here. How was your Christmas, honey? That there. Can you hear me? I'm pretty sure you can. I can see my mic moving, so. Alright. Oop, nope, nope, nope. Let's do that. But, nope, that's the same thing. And then 123 is this guy right here. Went to my sister's, just us two. My sons and family coming tomorrow. That's what's up. That's really cool. I spent Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with B. I did stop by my sister's just to give her a bunch of treats. And then I had a little chit chat with the girl across the hall. I gave her a bunch of cookies and snacks too. She was really Alright, 45 rat. I need to find out what these vehicles are. That's another thing I need to figure out. 2:30 p.m. Oh, just so you guys know, I was sent a Reddit link, which I might actually go over. You know what, I'll save it for tomorrow, because I want to, when Phoenix leaves tomorrow, sometime in the evening, I want to do a nice live on Squirrels on Fire, which will include, I think, it's this here, which is anybody know this RV seen in Truckee, California, but I've heard it's often seen in Chico, California. This was sent to me um, by one of my supporters. I know she doesn't like her name put out there, so I'll just leave it at that. We're going to go over that. And then I've just been going over old Reddit posts that have some really good information in it from the very beginning. But yeah, we'll be going over that stuff tomorrow, and I'll probably be mapping stuff out while I'm live. Alright. So I got 123. Uh-oh, I fucked up. Wait a minute. This is 230. Okay, so that one needs moved down. This one, copy, paste. This one is a VA dash. See this H2O one? Ooh, wow. This VA H2O just sounds like a boat. You know what I mean? VA H2O. Let me see. CHP. Let me see if they give us some. No. I really hate DuckDuckGo anymore. Alright, CHP VAH2O. No, that's not it. That's not it. This is all Virginia law. I want to know what this VAH2O is. Well, let me just try this then. What? This says an industrial pump. Everything on here says it's a pressure pump. Verter High Clean VAH2O. I'm gonna click on this first one. I'm curious what the hell this is. Dude, this is a fucking water pump for... No, this can't be it. Unless this was used to... Maybe when they started draining the lake, maybe? Maybe that's why there's not a name on it. Because see here, it says on August 12th at 1:23 p.m. they used a VAH2O, and there's no officer's name to it. I wonder if that's when they didn't start opening, because everything says a water pump. Let me go to images. Yeah, see, everything here shows a water pump. These are all water pumps. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that more. I don't know. I'm just keep fill this out. And if people want to come in and chat, you're more than welcome to. Alright, so I got the Rat 1, 2:30 p.m. These are both 2:30 p.m. This is a Scat 1 and a Scat 4. VA. I wonder if this is volunteer. It can't be. I'm gonna look these up. Oh, wrong thing. See? Sewage collection. What? Scat 1, Scat 2, and Scat A are diagnostic tools for chemotherapy? Stimulate cell proliferation? This one says sewage collection. cancer. Huh. This is odd. Fuck. Veterans Affairs? Veterans Affairs Scat 1. Ooh. You know who's related to Veterans Affairs? Oh, Scammy Smith's parents. Hmm. Huh. CalVet, California Department of Veterans Affairs. CalVet. Hmm. Yes, I understand that, but what the fuck is a Scat 1? Alright, let's try Google, because it's not helping me. Show include Scat 1. Here we go. Larynx cancer, atrial pacing and thallium 201, scientific patients, UCLA electronic thesis and dissertations. Dude, what the hell? Management of patient following coronary thrombolysis. Rest and return to activity after sport-related concussion is a Scat 1 and a Scat 2. This is weird. All this stuff says, like, hmm. This is odd. Alright, let me try Scat 4. Okay, so let me try law enforcement. Law enforcement. Evidence of alcohol or drugs in their Scat 4. This is odd. I don't know what this means. If anybody knows what the Scat 1 and Scat 4 and ISU 6 is, let me try this. Veterans Affairs. We're going to try Scat 1, Scat 4, RAT. Actually, H2O. And what's the other one? ISU 6. Hmm. See, every time I put in VA, it has to do with shoreline cleanup. Online school and college ability test is a Scat thingy. Shoreline cleanup. What's up, White Rain? How you doing, honey? Shoreline cleanup assessment technique, SCAT, is a systematic method for surveying an affected shoreline after an oil spill. SCAT method originated during the response to the 1989 Exxon Valdez oil spill, when responders needed a systematic way to document the spill's impacts on many miles of. Why would they be using SCAT vehicles? I guess maybe. No, because she wasn't found yet, so why would they be surveying land? SCAT teams include people trained in techniques, procedures, and terminology of shoreline assessment. Teams should include people with knowledge and experience in oil and oil cleanup techniques, geomorphology, ecology, and in some cases, archaeology. Members of a SCAT team may include federal representatives, usually from the NOAA Scientific Support Team or the U.S. Coast Guard. Oh, shit. I wonder if X is part of the SCAT team. State representatives, a representative of a responsible party, and possibly the landowner or the stakeholders. A SCAT coordinator directs the activities of SCAT teams from the command post and coordinates with people working on other aspects of the response. SCAT teams use collaborative, consensus building approach to collect data. SCAT team members also prepare field maps and forms detailing the area surveyed and make specific cleanup recommendations designed to meet cleanup goals and objectives. Later, SCAT teams verify cleanup effectiveness, modifying guidelines as needed if conditions change, although they coordinate with division supervisors in the area. They do not direct cleanup workers. SCAT team responsibilities. They collect data needing to develop a shoreline cleanup plan that maximizes the recovery of oil and habitants and resources while minimizing the risk of energy from cleanup efforts. This team's responsibility include the following: evaluating oil type and condition, factoring in shoreline types and coastal processes to oil behavior and cleanup methods. This is on the 12th? Wow. Identifying environmentally and culturally sensitive resources, determining need for cleanup, recommending cleanup methods and endpoints, placing constraints on cleanup if necessary due to ecological, economic, or cultural concerns. Throughout the SCAT work, the team must give consideration to potential for human exposure by direct contact or by eating contaminated seafood, extent and duration of environmental impacts if the oil is not removed, natural removal rates, potential for remobilized oil to affect other it's almost like a car crash happened, you know? Likelihood that cleanup may cause greater harm than oil alone. I'm going to save this to Kylie's folder. I have so many tabs open. Because I think that's what SCAT means. SCAT 6. Nope. Okay, let me look up ISU 6. Let me see what that is now. I'm 3 minutes past my birthday. It was the 26th, but had an okay Christmas. Aw, that's what's up. Happy birthday, honey. I need this included. No. Let me try this. Here we go. There's a picture. Where is ISU? This is fucking San Andreas the game. What the fuck? No. That's great. South Thurston Fire and EMS. What is? Yeah, I want to see what an ESE or ISU. I came in a bit late. What are we going over? So I'm looking at all the stuff that I've documented from the CHP reports. And I'm just trying to figure out what these vehicles or whatever this equipment or whatever these are. Okay, so maybe they're fire trucks? ISU? Because this one's neighbors, helping neighbors, E64 and ISU. So they just have to be engine numbers or something. Anyway, but yeah, I'm filling in the timeline with obviously the timestamps, where it came from, and what it is, just so we have it all in one place. Okay, got Terry Whitney in there. This will be a VA Scat 4. And this is operated by this guy. And I'm just trying to figure out what's what as I go over this. Okay, I need to go down to 816. Which is really odd. All these dates that all this stuff is happening is when shit's going on with Tony Dodge's channel. Insert row above. Copy that. This is 2:30 p.m. Why is that bold? No. No. CHP. What is it? Incident. I think it's log. And this is a VA ISU 6. And this will be this guy. And then he comes back at 5:43 p.m. This is not bold. This is CHP incident log. And this is again a VA. Yep, same thing. All right. We got all that added to it. I don't need that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is now I'm going to open up the CHP incident log and go through this some more. So we can see if anything else needs added in the timeline. I did finally receive the call logs from CHP from August 1st to 21st. I'm going to wait till tomorrow night on the other channel to go over these. I will eventually release them as a video. I've been super busy spending time with Phoenix. Tonight we went to Barnes & Noble. He picked up 3 books. I finally picked up the Old Farmer's Almanac for 2025. And then we picked up the European version of Risk. And we played some Risk tonight. He whooped my ass. He handed my ass to me. But it's really fun. I told him we're going to start making habits of playing more than just some card games. Because we normally play like Skippo, Phase 10, Uno. I'm really sick of fucking Monopoly. I'm really sick of Clue. I'm sick of the Game of Life. I don't know, we have something like, 20, 25 board games. So we picked up a second edition of Risk tonight, and it was really fun playing with him. And then he leaves tomorrow for the weekend. And he'll be back Sunday, and we can play some more. I love playing games with him. He gets me all riled up, and he loves it. Alright, I hate what they called this thing. What the hell is it called again? What the hell is this? Catalogs? Is that what this is? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're gonna go over this and get to where I was at. I have all that added in. Okay, I have that added in. This is all the 6th. This is all the 6th. This is added in, right? Yeah, that's 8/8. Yeah, So this is the first, yeah, I have that added in. Yeah, and this is where all these things are. But what I want to do is move this over here. Oh my god, it's so bright. I hate white screen stuff. Ugh. Makes my eyes want to puke. Man, I wish my kids still lived at home. I got a few years left with Fee before he goes away to college. He's gonna start college courses next year. His guidance counselor slash my... She's technically not my sister-in-law. So, when my sister passed away, her husband remarried soon after. And that woman is partially Phoenix's guidance counselor. So she really helped him out getting information for grants and all that stuff. And then she's also helping him get set up for college courses next year since he takes all AP courses right now. All right. I want to make sure I have all these time frames. And here's what pisses me off. So they didn't include the dates here, but then if you go down lower, it tells you what dates they respond down here, which is dumb as hell, the way that they have it all hidden throughout here. So I'm going to go over this to make sure I have it. Okay, let's go up to 8-8, which will be right here. This stuff can be so confusing. Okay, on 8-8, they added in... Okay, let me see where I need to cut all this out. So, on 8-9, this is what I need to... Right here. On the 9th is when this person... Oh, come on, dude. I just want to... I don't really want to highlight this, but I guess I will. Are you freaking kidding me? No, I'm not highlighting it then. Get the hell out of here, dude. I don't want all this here. Alright, so... And tool. Okay, so on 8-8... Hold on, let me add all this in. Yeah, let me just add all this in, because I need these timestamps when all this happened. Okay, so 15:32, which is 3:32 p.m. This happened to 15:33. 15:33 is this one right here. Okay, so this is 15, so this is 3:32 p.m. Or 3:30, wait. Query. If seen, let's see, that's 32. Okay, I can delete that. BC to the, okay, so, no, that query was right. This is 3:33 p.m. This is 3:41 p.m. Sherry, how you doing, honey? Yes, a very happy birthday to White Rain. 3:41. Okay. Third hand info. Where's that? Okay, third hand info is 15, so that's the same time. This and that are the same. Reporting third hand info. Okay. Okay. And then 17, this would be 5 p.m. Start where? Right here. 5:53 p.m. Okay, and then I need, no, BC, no, this goes here. This, yeah. And then 17:53, which will be BC to gray line. This one here is 5:59 p.m. Okay. And then Kirkwood one. Kirkwood is here. That is 1800 hours, would be 6:05 p.m. I'm looking right here, so we are right here. 6:05 p.m. Kirkwood. 6:14, they check the side of the road. That's this here. So he only checked for 10 minutes. Wow. Wow. 6:15 p.m. So he checked this route of 88, which, y'all, I was looking at maps because of some church stuff I was looking up. And I was looking up Route 88, and it's really odd that right on Route 88, there is another Alder Hill. Look, I'm going to show you real quick. Route 88, California. Let's see if it'll pull up a map. There we go, right here. Because this is the route that they were on. So if you look at State Route 88, I think it goes through like Santa Cruz and all that shit. Jackson goes through, okay, so Stockton through Pioneer. And then it comes up through Carson Pass. Let's see if it lists Alder Hill here. It doesn't. Let me see if we check satellite view. That's weird. Let me try Alder Hill State Route 88, California. Let's try that. Yeah. I know that. Alright, let's try Google. I really hate freaking DuckDuckGo anymore. I think I'm going to change that from my... Very Natasha. She said not poop longer than 10 minutes. Oh, I love you, girl. It's good to see you. So here, let's see if it's here. There's 2 Alder Hills, which really bothers me. So, okay, you have Alder Hill here, which is right by Prosser. And then if you zoom out, let me see. Where's 88? Oof. I can't even see. This is hurting my damn eyes. Oof. Alright, let me find Tahoe. Okay, there's Lake Tahoe. 88 comes through here. Here's 88 here. Man, this shit's hurting my eyes. There's an Alder Hill somewhere here. There's Gate. Strawberry. Camp. This is 88, right? Oh, I'm too far over already. Sugarloaf, Silver Fork. Oh my god, I know it's here. Here, I'll just show you with the screenshot I took. It would be way quicker for me. It'll be under Seventh-day Adventist Church. I was going down a long fucking long rabbit hole. Let me see. Okay, so alright, so I'm just gonna tell you guys something. I was sent a link to a picture of an RV that was seen in Truckee and the Chico area. Anyway, it led me down a rabbit hole of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, SDA Church. I watched a lot of videos on it, but I noticed with the locations, because I went to SDA Church Locator to see like where they're all at in California, and it so happens that this specific church, which there's a lot of YouTube videos that say it's cult related. Anyway, all of these churches are in localities where all of these cases that I'm following, from like the Applegate Jane Doe, which they still haven't identified her remains, even Carly Guzze. There's one right there in Bishop. There's one in Truckee. There's one in Chico, Paradise, Auburn, Lincoln, Roseville area, Bishop, Colfax, which is Dante, Grass Valley. And then I was looking at, here's this one here. So this is the locations of these SDA churches. There's one here in Truckee, there's one in Carson City, and there's one in South Tahoe. And then there's a handful of them in Reno, Tahoe area. Here's the one in Grass Valley. Here's the one in Colfax. Oh, no, we're not doing that. Here's the one in Chico, which is odd that it's off a road called Hooker Oak. Here's the other ones that are in Chico. This one here I'm interested in. There's also some located in Paradise where the fire was. Here's the three that are in Bishop. Here's all the ones that are in like Lincoln, Rockland, Auburn, Roseville. Here's the one that's in Applegate. But I found, where the hell is it at? So these are all the ones in the Tahoe Truckee area. Look at it. I looked to see the closest ones to me, and there is none in my area. None. There's one about 20 miles away, and it's the only one in like a 200-mile radius. And then you got this in Tahoe, California / Nevada area. See, this is my area. There's one, excuse me. There's one in North Bell Vernon, which is about freaking, I don't know, something like 50 miles from me. Bell Vernon. Yeah, I'd say Bell Vernon's like maybe 30 miles from Mount Pleasant. And then also, which was making me crazy, yeah, there is one in Granite Bay. The two duck hunters that capsized and the other one jumped in, brothers. There's one in Oroville, which is by Thermalito After Bay, which is odd. Here's the one located in Truckee, which is really weird, okay? So if you go to the locator website, when you look it up, it tries to say that it is like closer to Sierra College than it is where it's actually located. And where it's located is right across from the fucking airport. So this is Brockway Road, Soaring Way, whatever you want to call it, and this is North Shore, and the airport's right over here. And right here is where the church is located. And if I'm not mistaken, one of our locals gave me a lot of information about the people that go to Truckee Seventh-day Adventist Church. I'm really interested in it. There was something I was gonna... There was a point in me... Oh, I wanted to find... Oh, it's just in this. Okay, so let me go down here. Here we go, right here. So here is 88. Here's Pioneer. Here, 88, you'll see it runs into 395, which goes straight up to Carson City, which is just South Tahoe area. But if you see here, right on 88, you'll see right here, there's an Alder Hill. See? 2 Alder Hills, which is odd to me. It's really odd that you have an Alder Hill here, which points towards... I wonder if there's a camera on this hill that points that direction, because then they'd have some explaining to do with them fire cams, huh? Just something that I noticed. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Okay, so this is 6:15 p.m. And then they utilized to the state line. That's 14. Wait a minute. 6:15. So this would be 6:42 p.m. Tasha, the thing of it is like, yeah, so here, I'll just show you so this is the post that I was sent, and I've been reading comments. I haven't even gotten halfway through these comments. I think I've gotten through like 5 of the comments of 42. And it says, anybody know this RV? It was seen in Truckee, California, but I've heard it's often seen in Chico, California. And on this RV, which I could have sworn there was a picture with an RV similar to this in one of Kylie's search pictures. Anyway, it says Saturday is the Sabbath, Sunday is the mark of the beast, which is concerning. I would not enter this RV if my freaking life depended on it. I don't care if they got candy. I don't care what type of weed they got. I don't care what they're offering. I ain't going. And I surely am not going into it to hear no fucking Bible scriptures told to me. That's some crazy ass shit right there. That's snatch kid shit. But yeah, it sent me down a big rabbit hole of SDA churches. The one video I watched on it was really, really good. I watched a total of 4 of them. 3 of them were saying that it was a cult, and then one that is an avid follower of the church is the one that tried to say, oh no, we're not a cult. Meanwhile, like, you can compare SDA churches to like Mormons and anybody that claims that there's new prophets or people that have foretold. But the thing about the SDA church is it was formed back in the mid 1800s, and the original founder, it was called a different church. The original founder of this church was predicting that Jesus was going to return in like 1842 or something like that, and it never happened. So then he tried to reiterate what he was saying, and he was trying to say, oh no, it's the next year. Well, Jesus never came. And usually people that make false prophecies like that, they get stoned to death. That's what they used to do back in the day, you know? And I guess this guy was found to be, you know, 1, a plagiarizer, but 2, like a lot of lies. And then instead of him recreating a church, his wife, I think it was, created the 7th day following. And it's just, they took some things from the Bible, but then like try to add their own little, yeah, the Great Disappointment. Yeah. That's what it is. Yep, the Great Disappointment. You know your shit, Tasha. See? Okay, this is 6:42. Okay. Reporting person advised through, so this, that. Where does off roadway? Where's this? Okay. Oh shit, this says off. This is supposed to say off roadway. This one becomes 19 would be 7:28. 7:28 p.m. 1880 15B copies will go eastbound from the bug station. That is at 7:34. Building a timeline, y'all. Okay, and then the same guy is utilized somewhere else at 20, so that would be 8:12 p.m. here. So we're at 8:12 p.m. there, and then he cuts off, and then on the 10th is when it resumes. This is where I need to move all this shit right here. Oh man. The 10th starts on 18. So 18 through 22. 18 through 22. I'm going to delete that. 18 through 22 go to... Oh my god, I didn't even have these on the right date. These all go to the 9th. Oh wait, no. Oh well, I'll move those in a second. 8. So this goes to the 10th at 1800 hours. So that's 6 p.m. 6 p.m. on the 10th. Wow, not much is going on here. Okay, so we got 5:30 p.m. I need 8. He didn't do this till later in the evening, so I'm going to insert them here. Insert 2. Insert 4. I'm going to insert 4 more just in case I fuck up. Oh, I just fucked up so bad, dude. I gotta undo all this now. Damn it. Alright, let me copy that. Delete that. Bullshit. Alright, I need the 10th again. 10th, right? 10th at... Okay, so community meeting. Here, insert a row above. Insert 2. Insert 4. I think I need a total of... Alright, those should go here. Alright, I did it. I finally did it. Okay, and so I don't get confused, this one starts at 6:17 p.m. Look, see? That's right after Placer County Sheriff's Office does a community meeting. And they're checking a canyon right afterwards. Alright, so these ones need moved. Okay, so the 9th is from 1928. So this through, alright, so this through this. Delete that too. 7. Alright, goes in right here. Insert a row above. Insert a row above. I don't know how many I need here. This goes here. There we go. See how everything goes together? So you got 5:59, first units assigned. That's PM. Wait, no, this is in the wrong spot again. Wait a minute. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Damn it. Ain't it? Yeah, it's in the wrong spot. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's 8-9 at 7:28. 8-9 at 7:28. So it'll probably go between here. Because that's after the teen-to-teen meeting. My bad. I'm glad I'm paying attention. Sabbath is Saturday, though. God never changed it. Man changed it. More specifically, the Catholic Church changed the Sabbath. Sabbath, keeping its commandment. I pay attention to religion. It's just the way they profit off of people. I take all the new age, anything after like the 1500s, I take it all with a grain of salt because it's all edited by man. Okay, insert a row above. Why is this doing this? Yep, there we go. Now that fits there. I need to put in the CHP stuff too. Right. Okay, there's all that in there. So we got the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th moved to where it needs to be, right? Yeah, there's the 9th. And then here's the 10th. So this is 6:17 p.m. Yeah, we finally got that. And then, wait a minute, we're missing some here. No. 9th, 10th. Hold on. 16 and 17 are go to the 9th. 18, 17. This is where we're at right now. Alright, let me move this here. 6:17 is 18. 19 is 18:18. So this is 6:18 p.m. Line 20 is 18:30. So that's 6:30 p.m. Line 21 is in between. So this is 18:34. So that's 6:34. Man, this shit's confusing me. PM. Okay. 21. Okay, 22. 22 is 19:22, so that's 7:22 p.m., which is that. And these are all CHP incident report stuff. Yeah, boy! And then 23 starts at 8:11 at 6:05. So 23 through 25. Oh my, there's a lot of calls here. 23 through 25 go to the 11th. And 11th at starting at 6:05 in the morning. Holy moly, 6:05 a.m. Oh, look at that. Now I see who's been assigned where now. See, and this is what will help. So let me just insert all of these in here and it'll make sense in a second. How many lines was it? That many? Okay. So you'll see that line 23, which is right here, reporting person calling from Newport, Oregon, believes he has info regarding the missing woman. Line 23 is a 1039, which is 1039 is 1039. I know what a 1039 is. Why do I? It's not. My brain is farting. 1039 is message item delivered. So B80 Unit 15 and 80 Unit 23B are en route to Prosser Campground. Look at that. So this is where you see it all fall in line. So at 6:05 a.m., the reporting person comes in. At 6:06, the message was received. And then well, that's weird. A4620, see, here's B. See, at 6:43 a.m., he was assigned Alex Pereira. was assigned. But it says that both. What is 8023? They wind up going to Prosser at 6:44 p.m. So we'll move this line here. Actually, I'm going to take this. I'm going to delete that. And I'm just going to add that onto there because it belongs to that line. Even though it's 2 lines in the report, it's not going to matter. Then I'm going to delete that. And we're going to go down to 6:44 p.m. on the 11th. He doesn't post that till later in the evening, so I'm going to put 6:44 p.m. here. And that's what line goes there. See how it's filling in the gaps in the timeline? BoobTube TV, what you doing? -10, then -2, that's how I do. That's what I do, is I look at the Army, whatever the hell you want to call it, military time. I look at it and I subtract 2 from it, yeah. To get my PM. That way I don't get too confused. So that's crazy. Filling in, let me move this to here to here. We can delete those rows to make it all go together. We can delete that row to make it all go together. So on the 11th at 6:41 a.m., A46183, James Bennett, was assigned to go deal with this. However, it took him and 3 other... Wait a minute. So he was assigned at 6:41, and then he drops off on the search. And then 2 minutes later, they rerouted B8015 Alex Pereira, badge number 017270, to look for Kylie at Prosser, along with, that's crazy, 6:43 a.m. he was assigned, and then at 12:12 p.m. a 7386 Jeffrey Egeline was assigned, and both of these officers and 20, see, that's what doesn't make sense, is Officer 23 isn't listed on here. Are they? Let me look. Oh, wrong tab. Let's go back to this. Oh, yeah. Pebbles, 8023. Well, that's odd because they used him on August 8th at 6:15 and then again at 6:42. So then this 6:42 means that this is the later date, which goes here. See, we're filling in the holes that they don't want to tell you, because that's what's crazy to me is they have all this information on 3 different pages of the FOIA, so you kind of don't fill it in. But if you look at the time frames, like here, 6:41, this one was assigned. 6:43, this one's assigned. But if you look over here, which doesn't make sense, this is saying 6:42 p.m. they were assigned. The 8015. But then it says down here, where's it at? See, it's 6:44. I'm going to insert this row above here. 6:42 p.m. I think he was assigned here. It makes more sense because his number's right here. B80, B80. See, this says 8023B. And then this one says B8023 Matthew Pebbles, 6:42 p.m. I think that B80-023 / 80-23B are the same officer. That's what me thinks. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Oh, why what? What? Oh, why what? I had a really, really, really good holiday. How was yours, Tasha? How was yours, BoobTube? I don't understand why they've why they have this all moved around like they do. It's to confuse you is what it is. But if you actually look at the this is supposed to be PM. My bad. If you actually look at the timelines, you know what I mean? And this is if this is in the incident log at 6:44 p.m. on the 11th, which I'm going to pull this back up. Right here, 8/11, 6:44 p.m. Response B8015 and 8023B en route to Prosser Campground. It has to be this same officer. See, they listed this report really wonky, but it's okay. It's okay. See, and then they added in a secondary location, Prosser Campground. This is B8015 and this is B8023, Prosser Campground, line 26 and 27. I have to insert those in there. Actually, I'm just... Okay, so that's 644. Yes, it all goes together. Insert a row above, insert a row above. So 26 and 27 also go here. So line 26 and 27. Let's delete that. Oh, where did it go? Right here. Go there. And this is all 644. I'm going to insert a row above there so it puts a page break between it. So you have 6:44 p.m., 6:44 p.m. Oh, so now I see this officer's 17552. Who's officer 7552? Because this is officer 17550. Who is 1755? This would have to be the other one. B8015. Who's B8015? No, it's a different officer. Huh. You know what? I'm going to put this... I'm going to assume that this is the... I don't know. I'm going to put it in. A17552. I'm going to use brackets instead. And copy that. Those both go to that line. Because then, yeah, here you go right here. Officer 17550, which is this officer right here, is at 6:42 p.m. It says right here at 2100 hours, which is yikes. What time is that? 9 p.m. Is 21:09 p.m. I think so. 1098. They're relieved by the sheriff's office. So let's go ahead and add this line in here. At 27, where's line 28? Where's 29 go? And then 29 starts the next day. So we got 28 goes right here. See, it all fills in gaps. So at 2100 hours is 9 p.m. How about the 6th and 7th, yo? already done work on the 6th and 7th. You want me to go over the 6th and 7th again? That's what's up, Pasha. I didn't go anywhere. I spent time with Phoenix. We spent time. Look. I bought the cat this freaking floating jungle gym that you mount on your wall. It's kind of a blessing and a curse at the same time because now she thinks she can climb all over my freaking bookshelf. But it's okay. We put that up, and the cat has been having a blast on that thing. And I love cooking in the kitchen and hearing her run up the wall and shit. It's a good time. And then, like I said, today we went to Barnes & Noble. He picked out 3 books. I grabbed Risk, and then I grabbed the 2025 Farmer's Almanac. And then him and I played Risk. He beat my ass. He's really good at games like that. But yeah, Christmas was good to us. Most of my stuff still needs to arrive that I got for me, which is all baking and cooking supplies. When I buy me stuff, it's normally like house decorations, organizing stuff, or stuff to do with like cooking, baking, or health stuff. I didn't buy nothing fun. What's it? Did I buy? No, I didn't buy any toys. Dude, I kind of want to go through this freaking. Okay, so this. Okay, so if 2400 is midnight, 24, 23 is 11. Yeah, 2100. Okay, so at 11 or 9:02 p.m. Why is that in Courier? That should be in Oswald, and that should not be bold either. So, okay, let's go through. You want to go through this timeline? You want me to go through this timeline? What we got so far? How it goes in order? What I still have to do is the CHP calls 29 through 63, which I'll eventually add those in. Let me delete those rows. Actually, you know what I'm going to do so I know where they go? I'll fill these in after I go through it. That's what's up. I would get Phoenix a trampoline, but he's not. He lifts weights and he exercises and he rides bikes, but he doesn't really like. He doesn't jump on trampolines. He has one at his other parents' house, and he doesn't really play on it. Even like his cousins come over and he doesn't really play on it. While he's over there, they usually shoot their rifles. This year, oddly, he got real into freaking football games, and that's what I got stuck watching on Christmas Day all fucking day long. I wanted to rip my face off. I fucking hate sports. I feel like all entertainment. If you think about the Roman days and how they used to have coliseums to where, like, if you keep your people entertained, they don't judge the government. And I just feel like all forms of entertainment are scripted. Whether it's WWE, football, baseball, it's in some form pre-selected of who's gonna win. You go through whatever you want. Miss Ma'am, I was just being it's all good. So this is what I have for the timeline so far. We'll go through it. That's fine. 8/4, Kate and Jagger. They're in Reno with Kylie. On the 5th, Lindsay, Rodney Neiman, and Kate say that the Lana Del Rey hoodie was loaned to Kylie by her best friend. On the 5th, the morning of the 5th, Lindsay, Rodney Neiman last sees Kylie before leaving for hot August nights in Reno. Kylie seemed normal and told her mom that she was going to see some friends and maybe go to the gym. They also talked about Kylie's plans to go camping the following night on 8/6. She was having a great day and week and was excited about going camping. And just so you guys know, I have all my sources over here. Then on the 5th at approximately 12:30 noon, Steve Fisher is the source. Kylie is with grandfather David Robertson until this time. And then hours before disappearance, Kate Cunyo is saying that she hung out with Kylie and they make creme brulee. And then sometime in that evening, Kylie texts her mom to say that she decided not to go with her to Hot August Nights, but to the party instead. Her mother notes that Kylie had already been to Hot August Nights earlier in the week. I'm just wondering if at this point isn't when somebody took control of Kylie's phone. And the reason why I say that is because what starts happening next, okay, is you got 6:08 p.m., the not Kylie on camera at the Truckee RV in Hurstville, or at Hurstville. Oh no, what did I just do? I'll just click. I'm taking this off because the more I look into it, I don't think it's totally bored, but I'm going to make a note here. I'm going to change that. There. So that 6:08 picture of the screen of the freeze frame of the surveillance video that they never released because I don't think it's Kylie Rodney. I think it's Sammy Smith. Yeah, Coliseum, Bread and Circus. Yep, absolutely. BoobTube. Yep. And then at 8 p.m., Elsa arrives. And this is what I'm noticing. Like, Elsa was there the entire fucking time. Even after Kylie allegedly left. After Sammy allegedly left. Elsa is the one person that should have been interrogated along with Sammy Smith. Them two? And then seeing Elsa the day that everybody's searching for Kylie and Elsa's jumping off the back of boats acting like an asshole. All these people claiming to be friends with Kylie and ain't none of them looking for her. That's what got me fucked up. Anyway, 8 p.m. Elsa arrives at the party to help one of the three boys who hosted the party set it up. Between 9 and 9:15 p.m., Sammy Samantha Smith arrives at the party with John Doe 1. 9:30 p.m., campers David and Jennifer Napove witness a train of cars going to the party. Approximately 20 local expected people arrive at the party. I should put the gathering, because that's what it is. Okay? This is what's crazy, is Elsa's there before everybody, and Elsa's there after everybody. Anyway, so you have here documented from campers and other people. What? There's a video that goes with that. That 20 local expected. That's what's crazy to me. Right there is your party. Remember how I said I don't think it's a party of more than 20 kids at this gathering at Sanctuary? I still, like, when you look at all the cars coming in, there's not more than 15 vehicles. Yeah, I wonder if she ever spoke to the feds, too. It's almost like all eyes were on Sammy to deflect away from other people. Like Elsa. And you got Sammy saying she's going to take names to jail. Is it Elsa's name? I don't know. 10 p.m., Kylie and Magdalene Larson, arrive at the party. They park less than 100 yards from where the teens gathered at the Sanctuary. And this 100 yards, not feet, 100 yards is where the dirt road meets the pavement. So I think everybody parked, okay? And what's crazy to me is at 10 p.m., like, a huge group of people showed up, and my friend was leading them in. And my friend said, I don't know any of these kids, but they were all down on the road by the intersection because they had no clue where to go. So I led them to the right place. Well, what's the right place? Is the right place Prosser Family Campground, Prosser Ranch Group, the Sanctuary? Where? Where? This is what I don't understand. There's so many details missing from these people. Oh yeah, very small group. And that's why I say, like, this approximately 20 local expected people arrive at the gathering, goes with the fire cam. When is our actual last proof of life for Kylie? Mom seeing her the morning prior. That's the last proof of life. Technically it's Pap. Pap claims he hung out with Kylie earlier in the day till 12:30. The last proof of life is after that with Kate, and they're making creme brulee. So we'll take those as the last two proof of life. That, which is weird, right afterwards is when Kylie allegedly texts her mom, which is odd. Like, nobody after Kate and Kylie hung out, nobody verbally spoke to Kylie. Everything's done over text. Well, isn't that convenient? So you have a huge group of people that show up at this intersection, which is, I honestly think, where most people parked, other than those few select Tahoe trucky teens that met up for this gathering at the sanctuary. Okay? Okay, and what's really odd to me, okay, is you have Kylie and Mags arrive at this party, okay, at 10 p.m. So if Kylie and Mags are together at 10 p.m., and at that same time, Elsa speaks to Mags in a very brief interaction as Mags was leaving, Elsa, where's Kylie? Why isn't Elsa confirming right here that she saw Kylie? Did she or didn't she? Because in this little 10-minute window where Elsa's speaking to Mags, do Elsa and Kylie not get along and that's why they didn't speak? Or was Kylie not with Mags? Well, where did Kylie go? You know, I have a lot of questions. So I don't know if Elsa was telling Mags, you know, you and your boyfriend go ahead and skedaddle. Go ahead and leave Kylie with us. Because that's really weird. At 10:15, Mags leaves the party with her boyfriend, Ross Steven G. And then it's weird at 10:30, which is odd. Mags leaves. I just feel like somebody has Kylie's phone. Because I don't think that this is a response, being the type of person that she is. I don't think Kylie is going to respond to Jagger and say, oh, I'm sorry that you're going through that. That just seems like something Sammy would say. Or somebody that doesn't care would text to Jagger. I don't see Kylie, the type of person she was, responding to somebody in such a careless manner. You know what I mean? I feel like somebody else is, at this point, already has her phone. So at 10:30, after Mags leaves, 15 minutes after Mags leaves, at this point, the ground is covered in glow sticks so they can, I guess, see their way. At 10:30 to 11 p.m., Jane Doe 1 comes forward and says she was at the party for a half an hour and notes that she went to Forest Charter with Kylie. Why are all these people that are close friends with Kylie leaving this party? Everybody that's friends with Kylie. Is that the story that they, so that nobody would answer anything or tell truth for Kylie, is instead of them stating, yeah, I was at the party and some fucking gruesome ass shit went down, they automatically put in the timeline, nope, Mags left after 10 minutes. Oh, the friend that went to school with her, nope, she left within the first half an hour. See what I'm saying? It's odd. It's very odd. It's very odd. So between 10:30 and 11 p.m., footage of Kylie's celebration of life shows me that these people are paganistic at best. Yeah, it is very seeing like the sheep, lamb head fur and all of the symbologies at that celebration of life. Yes, has very paganistic vibes to it. So between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m., Juan Almanza Zabalda and Jeanette Pantoja, the Yuba City couple, are leaving Reno Hot August nights. Which is crazy because that's when the Latino, what they call it, the Mexican party, is really kicking off at Prosser Family Campground. You know, the one that Zanime said they were having a nice little Mexican party. And it's weird that 11 p.m. is the first time that Elsa sees Kylie. You're telling me that an hour, almost an hour after Mags leaves, that's the first time that you see Kylie? Where did Kylie go as soon as she got to the party, Mags? Because you two got there. And then you dipped after 15 minutes. And that's the thing is, if Elsa speaks to Mags, where is Kylie? Where is Kylie at 10 p.m.? If they both arrive together, and as they're getting out of the vehicle, Elsa speaks to Mags, but she doesn't see Kylie until an hour later? It don't make no sense. Elsa should see Kylie and Mags together. Why did you not see the two together? Did they not really come together? I would love to know what Jeanette and Juan witnessed. And why their vehicle, I often wonder if the damage done to the front end of Kylie's car, I don't know, wasn't somebody rear-ending Juan and Jeanette and knocking them off the road? I have questions. I have lots of questions, you know? I have lots of questions. I do want to look at the fire cam and see around the 9 to 11 p.m. what vehicles are leaving. So, between 9 and 11, Juan and Jeanette, which I would love to get a hold of their family to see on their phone data what time their phone pings as them leaving Hot August nights. That would clarify a lot. So 11 p.m., first time Elsa sees Kylie. Sammy and Kylie, this is where y'all got me again. If Elsa and Sammy are together, and Mags and Kylie were together, and Mags left, then that means it's Kylie, Elsa, and Sammy. Because Sammy and Kylie go to Kylie's car to charge phones and drink more of the alcohol. Well, that does imply that you were already at her car. Yeah, outdoorsy. So the news reports are, and the family has confirmed, that Juan's body was burnt. However, the vehicle was never on fire. So that would imply to me that mobster / cartel type of people, or whoever's doing this cover up shit, burned his body out of hatred, out of anger, out of witnessing something. That's just my opinion, though. So Sammy and Kylie go to Kylie's car to charge their phone and their vapes and drink more of the alcohol that was in Kylie's car. Sammy mentions a couple other friends being in the vehicle as well. Well, then that implies that Elsa is one of these other friends that was in the vehicle. Because if at the same time that Sammy and Kylie are going to Kylie's car, and this is the first time that Elsa sees Kylie at the same exact time would imply that Elsa was one of the other people that were in Kylie's car. So while they're in the car, Sammy asks Kylie for a ride home from the party because her ride was leaving early and she wanted to stay longer. And then the mom also notes that they got home around 11 p.m. Between 11 p.m. and 11:30, a play fight happens between high school juniors, John Doe 2 and John Doe 3, which one is Elsa's brother. This is the video in the news where we see a crowd around one of the John Does screaming. Remember the redheaded boy? What's his name? Olin? Isn't that his name? Olin? Bacharach. And then oddly, same time that this fight's going on, 11:30 p.m., Kylie texts her mom and says she plans on leaving the party in 45 minutes, which would imply that she would be home or be leaving at 12:15 a.m. 12:15 is when Kylie should be leaving. Okay? At all, and this is what's crazy, okay? 11 p.m., Sammy, Kylie, Elsa, and two other friends go to Kylie's car. Okay? Which would explain why the windows are down. Anyway. At the same time, Kylie is texting her mom, telling her she's going to leave around 12:15. And this is also the last time that Elsa goes into the parking area. Well, then that means Kylie's car is parked where the road meets the pavement, or where the road meets the dirt. Anyway, and then this is what's crazy, is at 12 a.m., so 11:30 is the last time that Elsa sees Kylie, and it's the last time she goes in that parking area. Then at 12 a.m., Jane Doe 3, which is the person that Megan recorded without asking first, video, which California is also a two-party state to record video of somebody. That's the recording of the girl across the lake that has two friends with her. This is also the last time that Elsa sees Sammy. Well, where'd Sammy go? Because 3 minutes later, after the last time that Elsa sees Sammy, 3 minutes later, the last location of Kylie's, that's the last time that Mom was able to see that Kylie was at the campground. 12:15 a.m., Kylie should be leaving before Sammy. 12:20 a.m., which this implies something happened between... I'm going to say 11:30 at midnight, because Kylie's phone location gets turned off at 12:03. 12:15, Kylie should be leaving. At 12:20, everybody panics and turns off all the lights, takes the lights out of the trees, packs up their fucking generator, and they're ready to go home because something happened. Okay? At 12:25, which is 5 minutes after all of these lights and the generator and everything was packed up, this is the last time that Sammy claims she sees Kylie. I was leaving, and I gave her a hug, telling her I loved her and goodbye, and for her to get home and be safe. And then at 12:25, Sammy leaves the party before Kylie. Well, Sammy, you were just saying up here that you were asking Kylie for a ride at 11 to 11:15. You were asking her for another ride because you wanted to stay longer. Which implies Kylie should have been leaving at 12:15. How did you wind up leaving before her? I think you're a liar. 12:30, campers David and Jennifer, same witnesses that saw the cars coming in, witness a large group of cars leaving the party. Well, that's really weird. Something happens at midnight. 12:03, Kylie's location gets turned off. 12:15, Kylie should be leaving. 12:20, all the lights are taken out. 12:25 is the last time that Sammy saw Kylie, what, alive? And then 12:30, Jennifer and David witnessed this large group of people leaving. And then at 12:30, also, these sketchy guys show up and it got weird. Well, that's really weird because this statement is from Marika Beck, and Mags also said, so this is what I'm not understanding, okay? Is if at 12:30 is when these sketchy guys showed up and it got weird, that's why everybody decided to leave. Well, Mags, if you're saying that a bunch of sketchy guys showed up, were you still at the party at 12:30, or is that what Sammy or somebody else told you to say? Because you shouldn't know this information. You shouldn't be making this testimony of your night and the weird guys showing up. And that's the reason why you left, is because people were trying to make you take massive bong rips. It just don't make sense. And I think this is where the story covers up the head wound, that the marooning of the right side of her head, which is also concealed in both photos of her, both the sleepy picture and the picture conceal the right side of Kylie's head. But if you look at the picture with her arm over her head in the sleepy picture, there's like blood or something underneath her shirt down her forehead a little bit. Anyway, at also 12:30, when the sketchy guy showed up and a whole bunch of people left, Kylie falls into a hole next to where Elsa and her friend were. Which means Sammy made a statement. She was the last person to see Kylie. Well, bitch, you're a liar. How can you be the last person that saw Kylie, spoke to Kylie, and knew what was going on if Elsa's saying right here, after 5 minutes after you left, that she watched Kylie fall in a hole? Well, then that implies you didn't leave yet. Because Kylie falls into a hole next to where Elsa and her friend are, John Doe 4. They're talking. They help her up and asked if she was okay, and she said yes. John Doe 4 asked if Kylie had a ride because he was taking Elsa home, and he had space in his car. Kylie said she had a ride and walked away. Well, why would Kylie say she has a ride? Kylie should say, I'm okay. Here's my car keys. Their stories don't line up at all. This is where it gets real fucking crazy, okay? Kylie says she had a ride home and walks away alone towards where the cars were parked. This is the last time that Elsa sees Kylie. See, Sammy? Elsa was the last person to see Kylie alive then. Per Megan Cole, also at 12:30, Evan goes to his car to listen to music. And you remember the story. At about 12:30, some guys blocked the intersection, the Y intersection, blasting music. Is that who was blasting the music? Because Megan says that Evan went to his car at 12:30. Okay? 3 minutes later, after Evan goes to his car to listen to music, is when the Snapchat data shows the ping in the same location at the campground. See, when law enforcement and the mother is saying that it's in the same location at the campground, implies both her phone location was shut off and the Snapchat data were at Prosser Family Campground, not the sanctuary. There is no mention of the sanctuary other than from Samantha Smith. If you look at law enforcement and their cadaver dogs, their trail sniffing dogs, none of those animals picked up a scent of Kylie at the sanctuary. Then when you also think about the FBI, the first place they went was Prosser Family Campground, not the sanctuary. They went to lot 4 through 6 for some reason. That was their focal point. There is a reason why they went to campsite 4 through 6. Definitely is a reason. I think that's where Kylie's phone last pinged, in my opinion. As much on land as it is in water, right? Isn't that what you said, Sam Brown? Ugh. Then 3 minutes later, after Kylie's phone last pings, and they allege she drove into the water, Sammy receives a call from Kylie asking Sammy if she needs a ride home. I think that phone call is backwards, or it didn't happen. I think that's a lie, too. Sammy reports that she is in someone else's car at this time, pretty much on 89 with her ride, on her way home. Sammy states, when she called me, she was not in a car. I could hear the party, many people, talking in the background. This is when Sammy was driving from the passenger seat, remember? She was driving, being driven from the passenger seat. See, and this goes to show that Elsa's still at the party. At 12:50 a.m., Elsa begins to walk to her car with John Doe 4 at the pavement. She makes a left out, a right towards the water, and then a left again. At 1 a.m., Elsa pulls away from the party. Okay? At 1:47 a.m. on the Alder Hill fire cam, it's what looks like a collision between two cars. Okay? Then at 2 a.m., Jane Doe 3 leaves the party with two friends. This is the same time that Megan Cole interviewed Evan, and this is when he claims he went to his car to take a nap. Well, that's crazy. All this shit that went down, and he decides at 2 a.m. he's going to take a nap in his car? That's odd. At 8 a.m., Lindsay Rodney Neiman wakes up and realizes that Kylie is not home and that her car is not in the driveway. She calls and texts Kylie with no reply. Lindsay immediately texts Kylie's best friend to check to see if she had gone to stay there. Her friend confirmed that she hadn't and drove right away back to the campground. Well, then that implies this friend, Maddie Wicks, had to have been at the party because she drove right away back to the campground to look for her. Maddie, were you at the party? Why weren't you interviewed? And then it's crazy. At the same time that Lindsay wakes up and realizes that her daughter's vehicle isn't there, that she's not in her bed, that she's not home, Evan wakes up and he leaves Prosser, which is odd to me. Very odd to me. At 9 a.m., Kylie is supposed to meet with her friends at Starbucks to go camping. Mags is the only friend named in the article. Well, why isn't Maddie? Weird, right? And then at 9 a.m., Lindsay Rodney has to place a call to Placer County Sheriff's Office, which I have yet to find that log report. Because at 9:06 a.m., per the CHP incident report, Mom calls Truckee CHP and contacts Roxana Vargas, which takes the call, and she inquires any contact with Kylie's vehicle. The call lasts 2 minutes and 55 seconds, which if Mom is calling CHP to inquire about the vehicle, this means that she's either called Truckee PD or Placer County Sheriff's Office or Nevada County Sheriff's Office to report her missing. Right? Because at 9:08 a.m., Roxana Vargas contacts Butte County CHP, which is weird. At 9:06, Mom calls. 9:08, Roxana cancels out the incident. Like, she cancels the incident before it was saved. So then at 9:09, which I'm going to think that her superior stepped in to fix these phone calls, because the cancel response was then sent to the radio desk and it was closed. Well, then a dispatch was sent out at that same time to EMS and fire through CAL FIRE, Auburn, and Grass Valley, and law enforcement, Nevada County Sheriff's Office. And then at 10:02, which is an hour later, Stephen Garcia Jr., he is Butte County CHP dispatcher, gets a call from Placer County Sheriff's Office, which this makes me believe that Mom contacted Placer County Sheriff's Office, and is on a call with Placer County For 4 minutes and 57 minutes. First keystroke is at 10:02 a.m. and ends at 10:07. And the incident is logged at 10:03. Incident 935, attempt to locate a juvenile at Prosser Lake. At 10:22, Stephen Locatelli from Butte County CHP, he cancels the response after 20 minutes of being involved in these calls, which is also odd. Okay, then this is where it gets really crazy, right? Right after this attempt to locate the juvenile was canceled out after 20 minutes, between 11 a.m. and 12 noon, Nick Giovanni, Nick Roadside assistant guy, gets a battery call, service call, with a male and female that were having a rough night. The girl was asking how to connect a seatbelt to a belt and realizes the car is in neutral. Then an hour later at 1:05 p.m., in a CHP incident report, and a user goes in, reads the report, and exit saves. Then again at 5:09 p.m., a user goes in and exit saves. Then again at 5:15 p.m. goes in and exit saves. Then at 5:47 p.m., 30 minutes later, Placer County makes their first tweet about Kylie missing. Then soon after, the GoFundMe that was started gets an anonymous donation of $25,000. Ain't that crazy? Then on August 7th is the first interview from CBS Sacramento, and it's with Sammy Smith. It's also when they posted that she was last seen leaving at 1:30. Between 5 and 7 p.m., Placer County sheriffs made a group statement at the Truckee Rec Center. Then Find Kylie, Sammy Smith made a post. It's a protection meeting, and it's vital that all teens attend. Then Placer County makes an announcement that there's a tip line that is set up. Anna Larson also shares Sammy's post that the search is stopped and that they're going to print flyers tomorrow and pass them out tomorrow, and that 20 units and agencies, including Helicopter, Friends, and Family, are searching for her. Sammy Smith, also on this day, is when she's pointing at that map that says that Kylie was last seen at 1 a.m. This is where they start dialing back the timeline of when Kylie was last seen leaving. So you got Elsa that sees her at 1, or leaves at 1. Statements that she was last seen leaving at 1:30 p.m. Then Sammy's dialing it back to 1 a.m. at this point. By the end of that evening, the GoFundMe reaches $63,272 in donation. Okay? By 11:07 p.m. that night, per Lindsay Rodney Neiman's statement through the rec center, this is when she starts saying about Kylie was abducted. At 11:07 p.m. again, Lindsay is saying that they passed out flyers and they spent the day at the rec center. She also posted at 11:07 p.m. It's kind of crazy. For somebody that don't have internet service, clear out and wonder where she was. I wonder if she was out eating or if she was still at the rec center at 11:07 p.m. CB, how you doing, baby girl? I've been thinking about you a lot lately. And then again at 11:07 p.m., she makes another Facebook post that Kathleen Robertson is with her and Sally Neiman is on her way. And then the 8th, here we go again, to start the day, Sammy Smith again is doing an interview with, I think it's Fox 40, CBS, one of them. Monica DeAnda is interviewing Sammy Smith yet again. She's telling people about how she's filtering tips for the FBI with other young adults. This is also when Linda Lucetti from Utah Jazz, comes out of the woodwork as a PR person. Cassie Hebel Kate, Alika, Elika, Mags, Evan, Sammy, Anna, Nate Hambrick, all of them are seen at the same meeting around Sammy Smith. And then the majority of them disappear, go off to school, or go into hiding, or whatever the fuck they do. Then at 10:55, which is odd to me, that they're releasing all these interviews with Sammy Smith first before the mom. Like the most important people that you should be talking to, which would be Lindsay, Kate, Mags, Maddie. Like, where are these interviews with the family members and the close friends to her first? Like, why is Sammy Smith being hired like Linda Lucetti and Cassie and all these other people to like come forward almost like a PR stunt? You know what I mean? To steer the narrative. Okay. This same morning that Lindsay's doing her interview with Fox 40, 11:55 a.m., she's letting people know that there is now a $50,000 reward, okay? She's letting people know that Kylie's phone is out of service. At 11, this is what needs moved right here. Right before that interview, between the interview of Sammy and the mom, which I'm going to just move this up. I don't know why this... How do I move it? No, let me move this here. There we go. So at 11:01, Sammy does her interview. At 11:26, Jessica Lawson is the one that found that black article of clothing, the bodysuit tank top, between Prosser Dam Road, or on Prosser Dam Road between Prosser and Boca. Then mom comes forward at 11:55 to let you know there's a reward. She talks some more and then lets people know her phone's out of service. At the same time, CBS Sacramento is releasing these statements that the authorities are treating this disappearance as suspicious. Sammy does another interview. But what's weird, okay, this is what's crazy to me, okay? So they've raised $60,000, right? So up here, you see the GoFundMe has reached $63,000. Keep that number in mind. Because you have mom claiming that there's a $50,000 reward for the safe finding of her daughter or return of her daughter. But then you have Sammy making a statement in this next interview that there's a $10,000 reward. So $50,000 here and $10,000 here equals $60,000 in donations. Just saying. Just saying. And this is also when Sammy Snapchat posts that picture of Kylie in her graduation dress looking thing, and she's holding the one up. And this is also when mom's doing her tearful plea to return her baby. It's almost like someone purposely snatched Kylie. CBS Sacramento also releases that friends and family are organizing a search party today. And then there's another brief interview of mom. Then Rowena Shaddix from Fox 40 does an interview with Sammy yet again. And she's the one that's telling you about the creepy guys. And Mags tells you about she was only there for 10 minutes because scary guys and bong rips. And then at 12:47, Monica Deanda interviews Kylie some more from Fox 40. This is when Sammy twirls in. Yeah, I know y'all remember that at the rec center. Then at the same time all this is going on, Sammy Smith decides to text Kylie, "Come on, girl. Please, just answer." That's really odd. And then 2.5 hours later at 3:32 p.m. per the CHP incident report, a blocked number from Placer County Sheriff's Office calls into CHP. Contacts Miranda Rauch, who puts a bolo out that is posted in Nevada County, which is weird. There are 4 different vehicles listed with 4 redacted California plates. And it states, endangered missing advisory and EMA activation. This message was created by CHP on behalf of the Plumas, Sacramento, and Sierra counties. Please broadcast this for the next 48 hours or until canceled. On August 6, 2022, Now here's where the time changes again. At approximately 12:30 a.m., Kylie Rodney was last seen at a party at Prosser Lake, near Truckee, Placer County. Kylie Rodney is a 16-year-old white female who stands approximately 5'7" tall, 115 pounds, with blonde hair and hazel eyes. Kylie Rodney was last seen wearing green dicky pants and a black tank top. See? Kylie Rodney has numerous piercings, including a nose ring. Kylie Rodney was last seen driving a 2013 silver Honda CR-V with California license plate redacted. Well, it says right here, Kylie Rodney was last seen driving. Well, that's crazy. Who was driving her car? If seen, contact the Placer County Sheriff's Department at 530-886-5375. The query is NCIC vehicle California with California registration of 2022, redacted license plate PC4T. And this is when this 13201 copies this report at 3:41. At 5:53, they're reporting that a third-hand info from a Facebook group, which is weird. Didn't they tell us to not pay attention to social medias? Yet you have law enforcement paying attention to social media, enough so that they're reporting back to their agencies that a third-hand info from a Facebook group posted they were traveling on 88. Remember, I just showed you all the stuff about 88? They were going over the pass and possibly saw the missing person's vehicle described as a silver Honda CR-V. It was in a tree. They were unable to advise which pass. They advised the reporting person to post to the group to have the party dial into 911 since the tip line that they just created isn't working at this time. Okay? So, Unit 13101 copies, and they're en route to Woods Lake and 88. 13101 is utilized at Kirkwood via LL. I don't know what LL means. So B13101 is utilized to Carson Pass, checked over the side. It's negative damage to the guardrail and negative disturbed dirt or tire friction marks. This is at 6:15 p.m. At 6:42, this same unit continued to the state line, which if you guys saw what I just showed, how 88 goes clear up to 395 or something like that, 392, which leads into Carson City. This same area at the Carson Pass is where another Alder Hill is, which is crazy, you know? Fire cams are on Alder Hill. You got 2 different Alder Hills. You got all these different outfits she's wearing and shit. So then at 6:42 p.m., a reporting person advised was through the area yesterday at approximately 1200 hours and possibly saw the visual of a missing person and vehicle off the roadway eastbound 80 between Truckee and the Bug Station. And it's really odd. I want to make note of this. This is on, I'm going to bring these down here so I know these dates. On the 8th, if I'm not mistaken, this is when the fire cams, I think, zoom in to the Bug Station. I could be wrong. It might be before that. Yeah, I am wrong because it was July 29th when they zoom into the Bug Station so much you can make out the models of these fucking big rigs and vehicles and shit. But yet they couldn't utilize the fire cams at this point to start zooming in on areas. Why is that? Why is that? I don't think these people lied about spotting of her vehicle all the fuck over. And the reason why I'm going to tell you that is the FOIA vault, the FBI FOIA vault, is not going to release all of these spottings of Kylie's vehicle, most of which they don't ever see a female around this vehicle. It always seems abandoned and hidden off somewhere. You have the 4 locals that came forward spotting a vehicle parked behind Hirschdale RV Deli, the sign across there. You have the 4 people that also spotted her vehicle, but not her, at Boca Campground. I firmly believe that they were trying to hide her and her vehicle in any which way that they could till they could figure out what the fuck they were going to do, which their only logical thing was, we need to put this vehicle with her remains in it in the lake where her phone last pinged in order to blame this victim. It's a common thing with Placer, Nevada County, a lot of counties in California, that they victim blame and they victim shame, and the shit's got to stop. These laws have to change to protect these victims and start holding people and law enforcement accountable for what they are doing and what they're not doing for these victims and their families. And then I have to add all these in. So then on August 8th, between 4:22 and 5:59 p.m., Miranda Rauch again assigns a be on the lookout, and there's no units respond until the weekend is done. On 8/11, that is at 6:41, is when a unit finally responds and says, okay, 13201 and 13101 are the units that were assigned to it, but they don't show up until a whole day later after they were assigned this, which just fucking blows my mind. And then the Stephen Locatelli goes in and he signs off and he closes the dispatch 5 fucking days later. At 5:59 p.m., per the CHP incident report, is when the first unit is assigned B13101 Officer Wendy Bowling. And then they also assigned 13201. And then at 6:15, they assigned B8023, which is Matthew Pebbles, which is also the officer on the 11th. Then at 8:22, Andrew Trigg, a spokesperson for the sheriff's office, tells the Independent that the department could not confirm whether Samantha was the last person to speak to Kylie, but said that shortly after midnight, her phone was turned off. Well, Andrew Trigg, if you can't confirm that Sammy was the last person to talk to Kylie, doesn't take much to get the phone data. You don't need the phone to get the data. All you do is get a warrant on all these fucking kids that were last around Kylie, that are making claims. So if Andrew Trigg, a spokesperson, just like Angela Musalem, which is weird, Andrew Trigg kind of, after making, this is what's weird, okay? So Andrew Trigg makes this statement that the department couldn't confirm that Sam was the last person to speak to Kylie. And it's really weird that then he was just kind of like blacklisted from the case, and in comes Angela Musalem. Same day, she takes over. Weird? It's almost like he told too much, and he was no longer welcome to be the PIO. Right? And then that's also when he listed Detective Stephanie Frickberg as the detective that was covering Kylie's case. So I'm just wondering if Andrew Trigg isn't the good guy here. You know what I mean? 1, he told on Sammy, and 2, he exposed Stephanie Frickberg. Started with an R. Isn't he the one that got the alleged photo of not Kylie from the RV Hirschdale? And then it's odd here that Sammy completely changes her story on the 8th and tells the Independent that Kylie was not planning to drive back home. It's just, for how much Sammy has lied and how much her story kept changing and changing and changing, that is when law enforcement should have been like, we need to investigate this girl. Her story has changed so much. She's claiming she was the last person to talk to her, but we investigated it and we can't confirm that she was the last. Like, why is this girl lying? Let's look into it. Right? It's odd. And then at 10 a.m. on August 9th is when they have a press conference at the Truckee Rec Center. It's Sammy's first speech. She has the timestamp at 22:51. It's right after the press conference, and they cut her off, which is really odd. And then that's when locals started recording. You guys, listen up! And that's when Sammy comes in. You guys, listen to me. Me. Okay? And that's when Sammy's full speech after the press conference happens. Thank goodness locals recorded that shit, you know? Oh no, what did I just do? I clicked that on accident. And then it's really odd. That's when All American Dream Chaser first puts out his video about Kylie Rodni. He also releases a short of Lindsay Rodney Neiman's message to the world. He also does a live stream of the 8/9 press conference and the announcement that he's going to have Sammy Smith on the show and interview her that night. Crazy, right? He's the first person to do all this stuff. A dude out of Arizona with ties to Truckee? That's weird, right? And then that evening, he does a live stream, and this is what I remember. This is what drew me to Kylie's case, was the live stream interview with Sammy Smith. I remember I was browsing YouTube, and for whatever reason, I went to the home page, and I clicked on the what channels are live, and it so happened this dude popped up, and I was like, Sammy Smith? Kylie Rodni, what's going on? This little girl's missing out of California. And I clicked on it and I watched it. And as soon as I started watching it, I could tell this girl was lying. She was fumbling and mumbling, and she was like contradicting her statements in real time. And she was acting real paranoid, looking around. The way she kept tucking her fucking hair behind her ears when she was getting real nervous. And the way she kept laughing and smiling, I never, like, my first instinct about her was, I've never witnessed a best friend be so cheerful that their friend is missing. Like, I understand people deal with things differently, and I understand as a person that laughs when I'm scared or upset, I understand that reaction. But she was too excited for that interview for a missing alleged friend, which I just don't think that her and Kylie were that close of friends after hearing some of her actual friends' statements, okay? And then that same day, which I'm wondering if Sammy, because at 5 p.m. that day, they were supposed to have that teen-to-teen meetup in Tahoe City at the Save Mart. It was canceled. I wonder if she didn't cancel that Save Mart thingy to go on All American Dream Chaser. What do y'all think? Because that's what it looks like to me. And then this same evening, Mom says the sheriff's department is giving her an indication that they're not receiving any pics or videos from partygoers that they have. The first time the fight video and photo of people lined up the tree line appears. This is all CBS Sacramento. And then they do breaking news. Police release surveillance video still shot of Kylie at the Truckee business before disappearing. Which is weird. I've never seen a case where they like show you a picture of a screen of a freeze frame of a surveillance video. Why not just release the entirety of the surveillance video like any other case, unless that's not Kylie? And in the state of California, it is not illegal to steal somebody's identity if the person's already deceased, which makes me think at this point That's why it's legal. That's why she was allowed to pretend to be Kylie. Just my opinion. All alleged. Then at 7:28 p.m., per the CHP incident report, state line on the south side of the roadway, visible from the roadway, 400 to 500 feet off the roadway, there is a vehicle in a ditch. Well, then at 7:34, Unit 8015B copies and will go eastbound from the bug station. Remember, this person was at the bug station earlier in the day? Now they're going to go eastbound from the bug station and go check shit out. At 8:12, this unit has made it there, but there's no update, y'all. There's no update till the next day. This is what gets crazy, okay? So, like, this officer goes to look at this vehicle that is 400 to 500 feet off the roadway in a ditch and doesn't finalize their report that night. Okay, whatever. So then we start the next day, 2 p.m. A lot could have been going on in there, like covering things up. 2 p.m., Placer County Sheriff's Office holds a press conference. This is also the same day that Jagger Westfall and Kate Chuno do the interview while they're out doing their own search in Reno. It's also when Placer County Sheriff's Office are asked about the black article of clothing found on August 8th on Twitter, and they deny its existence, okay? Later that evening at 5:30 p.m., Placer County Sheriff's Office has a community meeting. That's odd. 2 p.m. you have one, and then 3.5 hours later, like, you have a press conference for the news media, and then 3.5 hours later, you have a community meeting. Like, I don't know, you got to get some shit straight. Because by 6:17 p.m., per the CHP incident report, Unit 23B, this one up here, before this one, is the command center is requesting that canyon be rechecked for a possible vehicle over a cliff, or that may match the associated vehicle. Then a secondary unit, B8023, which is this one here, is on 80 in the area of the canyon. At 6:30 p.m., which isn't even 12 minutes later, 15B is inquiring if the reporting person is local and can 1198 show the officer and lead them to the area where this vehicle was sighted. Per Unit 80D3, it is unknown if the subject is one and the same as the reporting person from yesterday. This is what's weird. Is this report came in at 7:28, from 7:28 to 8:12 to go look for this vehicle, and they waited clear till the next evening, 12 hours later or 24 hours later, to finally go look for this vehicle. Like, a lot can happen. A lot can happen. It's almost like they knew this car was moving and they were giving it a chance to, I mean, it's their own fault that a possible abduction happened, and that they were moving her vehicle around to hide it from police. Or the police knew that this vehicle was being moved around. Let the FBI figure that one out. What if the party photo is at the campground boat ramp, not the sanctuary? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so they requested that somebody come out and lead the officers through the area, which is odd, okay? So you have the Latino girl across the water that was trying to let law enforcement. Where's all of that at? Where's all the reporting of the girl across the water that claims to see a car slowly go to the shoreline? Where's the units responding to that? Where's all that at? Right? It's crazy to me. So per ADD3, unknown if the subject is one and the same from yesterday's probably. See? Probably is the vehicle. The reporting person today spoke with Placer County Sheriff's Office detective, and it was redacted. So I got to put the detective's name was redacted. So it's either Rory Saunier or Stephanie Frickberg, which is odd that they would redact an office or a detective's name. Am I right or am I wrong? In these reports, an officer's name or a detective's name should not be redacted by law. That officer's name that is responsible for taking that report, their name should be included in it. This is where the shit gets me really fucked up and really pissed off. Okay. So they requested that the reporting person come out and lead the officers to the area where the vehicle was sighted. The reporting person declined, advising that he was too busy with family stuff. Check it, is that you? I don't know. So, Unit B8023 utilized in all turnouts that the vehicles could go off the roadway. So, he advised that it's possible that a vehicle could go off the roadway, but there was negative skid marks. This is what's crazy. Negative skid marks or bumpers located. Remember when Sammy was telling us to look out for bumpers and shit? Well, why are they looking for bumpers? If this girl drove herself into the lake, like you guys allege, why are you looking for bumpers and car parts? And then this unit is also using binoculars. That's crazy. And then here comes All American Dream Chaser, does a live stream interview with Jeff McGrath, a private investigator. He was also a private investigator for David Robinson, Daniel Robinson's father. Totally different case, but yeah. Which is weird that David Robinson and Daniel Robinson are the same name as Robertson Rodney. Odd to me. It's very odd, the similarities. I don't believe in coincidences. I really don't, not in this case. So then News Nation, same day, shows interview clips of Sammy Smith, Jennifer Coffendoffer, and Mags Larson. Sammy mentions that she says to Kylie that she'll see her tomorrow. Now will you? Like, you mean at Boca? So Nick Roadside can come help you, Sam? Just curious. So then line 23 is Placer County Sheriff's reads this message between this reporting person on August 10th at 6:05 a.m. Wait, this should be 11th. This is 11th here. Hold on. This is 11th. This is 11th. So on August 11th at 6:05 a.m., per the CHP incident report, a reporting person is calling from Newport, Oregon, believes he has info regarding missing woman. Well, that's crazy. And then Placer County Sheriff's Office, a minute later, 6:06 a.m., goes in and reads line 23. That's 1039, confirmed, read by Placer County Sheriff's Office. Well, is this AWP? Is this their first contact with AWP right here? Is this when they decided, oh, we got enough dirt on Jared that, yeah, we're going to have them come in and look for Kylie? Because if you think about EquiSearch, if you think about all the search groups in California, all the divers that were willing to go look for Kylie in the waters, and they declined them, but they're going to pick, of all people, that's why I'm starting to think that everybody was so pissed off that they chose to have AWP come in, is because everybody already knew the allegations secretly. Because that's the only thing that I can think of why this community and family and Jagger and all these people were so pissed off that they called upon AWP to come in. Just saying. 6:41 a.m., August 11th. They assign A46-183 James Bennett to the case. 6:43 a.m., they also assign B80-15 Alex Pereira to the case. That morning, Kylie is added to the FBI missing persons list on their website. they also have a press conference. At 12:12 p.m., per the CHP incident report, they assign A7386 Jeffrey Egeline as an officer. At 12:25, Billy, what you doing, girl? How was your Christmas, honey? They also assign 70L, no officer listed, to the case. Same day, reports spread on social media of a 911 scanner report. The fake recording said a girl was in a car matching the description of Kylie at Arrow Creek Parkway, a gated housing development in South Reno. A 1037 subject acting erratically, possibly related to the missing subject out of Placer County, the scanner report said. I have that scanner report. Placer County PIO calls it a prank. Was this Angela or was this the dude? I think it was Angela. I think they hired Angela to steer a narrative as well. I think they got rid of Andrew Trigg because he was willing to do his job. He was willing to honor that oath that he took. Angela, I don't know. I just have issues with her. And then it's really weird how she magically was pregnant and then had to leave. How Frickberg left. How Reber fake retired and then came back. I don't know. Just, these people are all fucking suspect. Allegedly, and in my opinion. So then, per the CHP incident report, at 6:42 p.m., B8023, which is 8023B, Matthew Pebbles, was assigned again to it. 6:44 p.m., line 25 of the incident logs, B8015 and 8023B are en route to Prosser Campground. Well, why are you en route if... That's what's weird. Is on the 9th, there's no mention in the logs about, like, remember CHP took their aircraft there? Like, we have it documented. There's no documentation in these CHP call logs as of yet to show their helicopter being there on the 9th, which is odd because they're claiming that they were there on the 9th, and this is the 22-minute video of 44 minutes that we're willing to show you. But there's no dispatch for this helicopter in these incident reports, which is odd. Just saying, things that I've noticed that are very odd. No, and that's the thing, White Rain, she didn't even look pregnant. She didn't. So then, okay, so that officer and that officer are en route to Prosser Campground, and then a secondary location for B8015 and B8023 is also Prosser Campground, okay? This is all at 6:44 p.m. And then for whatever reason, 1098, let's look that up. Oop, wrong one. A 1098 is assignment completed. So this is what's weird, okay? So all of these officers here, I know me highlighting it isn't much, but these 4 lines here, 6:44 p.m., they all go to Prosser. At 9:02 p.m., which this is what really does my head in, okay? Is they're claiming on the 11th at 9:02 p.m. It's almost like this call log belongs under the 6th, not the 11th, but whatever. At 9:02 p.m., all of these officers' assignments are completed and they are relieved by the sheriff's office. It's odd. And then that night, after all of this is said and done, is when All American Dream Chaser, after he edits the Sammy Smith live interview, he reposts the live stream of the interview with Sammy. Odd, right? And then he also does another live that night where he does the police scanner recording of the vehicle sighting and the female subject acting erratically. Same evening, there is a code red sent out, and it's listed by CBS Sacramento. Same night, Ickadmel steps in, and he has Ronnie Jones on. He talks about his cousins being at the party. Remember those cousins that were giving cocaine to kids? Why weren't these people looked into? Why wasn't Ronnie Jones' cousins arrested for giving minors cocaine? I mean, hell, even if it wasn't minors, they should have been arrested for cocaine paraphernalia and intent to sell. I don't understand these California laws and why they just let people get away with shit. So then after all this crazy shit goes on the 12th, sometime in the morning to early afternoon, Placer County Sheriff's Office has another press conference. At 12:25 on August 12th, per the CHP incident report, they assign Clayton V. Nett, Unit A7388, and then at 1 p.m. again, they assign him to somewhere else. Then at 1:23 is when this VA, which I'm going to assume that's Veterans Affairs, which, Sammy, isn't that what your parents are involved with, is Veterans Affairs stuff? Just odd. That all of a sudden, all these VA, Veteran Affairs vehicles step in, or helicopters or whatever, H-20 steps in at 1:23 p.m. And then at 2:30 p.m., a 45 Rat 1, Eric D. Granrud, he's a sergeant, steps in, with a Veterans Affairs Scat 1, Terry Whitney Jr., and VA Scat 4, Anson Chan Jr. officers. That's when the police locate a possible burial site. You know, they get the family all upset and shit. Like, they don't want to tell the family about any of this other shit, but they'll tell the family about this possible burial site without looking at it first to realize it's a fucking dog, okay? Then that's when, Placer County created the website for people to put tips in anonymously. Meanwhile, they can be tracked digitally. Then All American Dream Chaser has a Kylie Rodney open discussion. Then on 8/13, yet again, another press conference. And then All American Dream Chaser does the first review of Placer County Sheriff's Office press conference. Oh, it is here. Placer County Sheriff's Office. Never mind. It's just odd that he's doing the most, you know? 8/14, All American Dream Chaser does another review of the press conference. Guess who joins on the panel? Zanime. Zanime, who has been at the Prosser campground looking around and talking to locals. Well, 8/14, if you've already been... See, Zanime, you lied. Wasn't Zanime trying to say she didn't show up till like the 16th? Wasn't that it? But yet she's on All American Dream Chaser, telling him on the 14th that who she is and has been at the Prosser campground looking around and talking to locals. See, right there, it's documented. Zanime, you were there on the 14th, not the 16th. So then, on the 15th, Placer County Sheriff's Office has another press conference. All American Dream Chaser discussing the Placer County Sheriff's Office revealing that there's video footage of Kylie at the party wearing the white sweatshirt, but the video was never released, which is really odd. You're not telling me you can't blur other people out, that you can't blur her face out to show that it's her. You know what I mean? Like, there's no confirmation of her being at this party. None whatsoever. There's no confirmation of the surveillance video because they never released that either. It's crazy that they withheld all this evidence. And this is on the 15th. See, this is when they draw back the search. On August 15th, which is the same day AWP announces, okay? August 15th, from the Sacramento Bee, a news article. Captain Sam Brown of the Nevada County Sheriff's Office announces the shift to a more limited but continuous search and rescue effort. He states, our biggest problem is, where do we go and how do we keep sustaining this? Sustaining what? The lie? We are going to have to switch modes and kind of focus on the investigative end. Well, what? You didn't. What did you investigate? Because you should have been investigating Sammy Smith this entire time and what she knows. We still want all eyes and ears out there, Sam Brown says. Okay? And this is the same date that Adventures with Purpose announces that they are headed to California to search for Kylie Rodney. Well, that's really weird that they also include in their fucking incident log that somebody out of Oregon contacts them about having information about the missing person. Was it them being in the forums, and the forums are on fire with speculation that there was a fight, something happened, and everybody left? Remember that? It's almost like it all starts going together. Hi, Jamie. How you doing, honey? And this is the same day. Like, you're telling me that Sam Brown makes this fucking weird-ass statement, Adventures with Purpose is coming in, and then Placer County Sheriff's Office received confirmation that there's a Ram sticker on the back windshield under the rear wiper blade. Well, who fucking put it there? And then the website Your Tango has Sammy Smith's timeline and Anna Larson, Mag's mother, where they make claims about things, and it's right here. Let's see if this website is still up. Kylie Rodney's friend claims sketchy older men crashed their party before teen went missing. Well, did these people come from hot August nights and come to this Mexican Latino party and abduct Kylie? The search for California teen Kylie Rodney has entered its second week as investigators continue to plead with those who attended the party to come forward with their information. Rodney was last seen at a party near Prosser Family Campground in Truckee, just north of Lake Tahoe. In the early hours of August 6th, one of the missing 16-year-old friends has spoken up and told her story, urging others to come forward and encouraging people to have teen-to-teen interviews with her, which is weird. You have this legal adult that is interviewing minors, and she's not law enforcement, other than her parents having ties to the FBI and Veterans Affairs shit, which is odd. With her, for the less comfortable, speaking to law enforcement. You're speaking to some. That's probably why nobody wants to talk to Sammy, because of her familiar ties. Kylie Rodney's friend Sammy Smith has shared details of the missing teen's last movement, which is weird, okay? This girl can explicitly detail the pants she had on, the dickies she had on, the belt she had on. She remembers her wearing a bodysuit. Well, what about all these hoodies that she had on? It's really weird. All these people claim that she had two different hoodies on, but Sammy Smith's telling you she's wearing a tank top bodysuit. That's weird. 18-year-old girl, Sammy Smith, is a close friend of Rodney's and was also at the Prosser Family Campground. Well, see here. See? I thought you were at the sanctuary, not Prosser Family Campground, where over 100 people gathered for an end of the school year party, which I have never in my life heard an end of a school year party when the end of the school year is fucking May and June. Why didn't they say it was like a college going away party? Like, that's what I don't understand. Smith claims that she was the last person to speak to Rodney and was also with her for the most of the night at the party, which is really odd that if you think about all of the interaction, all of the statements made by Elsa, the only time that Elsa sees Kylie is in the car with Sammy. And then you have a lot of people saying that they didn't see Sammy and Kylie together. And then you have also Elsa saying that Sammy kept, like, sneaking off. Were you plotting? Were you getting a hold of people at hot August nights? Come snatch a girl? I don't know. I really don't know. It's just crazy that like, she has all these details of, like, these sketchy older guys, but she has no full details of what Kylie was wearing. Why doesn't Mags have a detailed description of what Kylie was wearing. Like, none of these people can tell you what sweatshirt Kylie was wearing. You gotta wait till, like, videos that were never released to the media came forward telling us, like, these two weird-ass hoodies. Sometimes you want to be lost, you just want to disappear. And this Odd Future hoodie that oddly was found, it was in her vehicle when AWP did their dive. Why wasn't she wearing it? It was a chilly night. She's a thin-skinned, thin girl, fair complexion, which means she's going to get cold easily. Her mom, her friends have all made statements that she gets cold easily. Why is this girl got her windows down, no hoodie on? Just don't make no damn sense. Here we go. After speaking exclusively to The Sun, Smith revealed that a lot of sketchy older guys showed up to the party and ended up making things weird for the teens who wanted to party among themselves. Now we know there were a lot of college people. Teens are coming out with information in our teen-to-teen talks, she said. There were a lot of sketchy older guys that were seen there. This was right about when I left, when we had last contact. Well, Sammy, Kylie was supposed to leave already. And then at around 12:40 a.m., Rodney was last seen for the last time. Smith was the last known person to have talked with her minutes prior. The last recorded sighting of her was at 12:40 a.m. I was the last person to speak to her at 12:36 a.m. when she asked me if I still needed a ride home, Smith said. Rodney's best friend, Mags Larson, was also in attendance at the party but left shortly after arriving. Well, why'd you leave, Mags? It can't be because of bong rips. Larson's mother, Anna Larson, told the Daily Mail that Rodney was far too inebriated to be able to drive herself home. How did Anna know that Kylie was too inebriated, other than what Sammy Smith told her, if Mags, her daughter, left 10 minutes into the party? She wasn't in a state where she could have driven very far. She was inebriated, she said. This is Anna Larson, implying that she must have been taken because they would have found her if she drove. And then you guys did all those scans of the water, ROVs and shit, and you didn't find a vehicle. Well, then who put her fucking vehicle in the water? We don't know if it was someone who was attending the party or a predator, she continued. We also don't know if there's someone she planned to go and meet who we don't know about yet. It is a nightmare. An alleged tipster claims there may have been drugs at the party. A YouTuber named Ickadmel posted a video of a phone call he had with a tipster named Ronnie Jones, who claims to know people that went to the Truckee campground. I have 2 cousins. They go to Sierra College, and they were going up to that party, he said. There's the link to the video. Why isn't this in the... Jones revealed that his cousins knew of Rodney and saw... How did they know of her? If they're older men, how did they know her? Through her music? How did they know her? Jones revealed that his cousins knew of Rodney and saw her at the party, laughing, drinking, and so why are they watching her? Why are these older men, are these the creepier older men? Ronnie Jones, are your cousins the creepier old men that showed up at this party? Because Jones revealed that his cousins knew of Rodney and saw her at the party, laughing, drinking, and socializing with everyone around. I asked, well, how drunk was she? And they said, well, she was stumbling around, confirming claims that she was not in a state to drive. The dudes who come out there, the older guys, they have the shrooms and the cocaine, claims Jones. And then the kids go hang out with that group. I can't say for sure she participated in substances, but that's what But that's what was there for a fact. According to the updated reports from Tips and Videos, Rodney was seen in the same green Dickies, well, where's this fucking video? But had also donned a white sweatshirt that read Odd Future. It is unclear if she was wearing this when last seen. You're telling me people claim to have seen her, but they don't know what she was wearing? Well, that's fucking weird, you know? Yeah, they definitely are trying to... Then this is what I'm saying, like all this victim blaming and shaming and shit. And I'm sorry, if she allegedly drove into the water this night with these type of substances in her system, they should be in her liver tissue sample. They should be in her... Look, so I'm just going to show you another thing. Let's go to the notes on the coroner's report. So, the post-mortem photos were taken by Dr. Gregory Reber and Detective Walker. The autopsy's assistants were Destiny Moffat, Brittany Brand, and Christy Myers. The toxicology, they took liver tissue. The histology, they took stock tissue from her major organs. The evidence used was hair, pubic, and oral rectal swabs, cervical, vaginal, introital swabs and smears, and a DNA card. Yeah, I don't think she was drunk. I'm sorry, I don't. And then you got good old Shannon Moon, who used whiteout on the brain toxicology, which is odd to me. Very odd to me. The Placer County Sheriff's Office is working in conjunction with Smith and has set up a website where people can leave anonymous tips, photos, and videos. The reward for information that leads to Rodney's discovery has been raised from the previous $50,000 to $75,000 reward. Isaac Cerna Diaz. I'm gonna get a hold of him. All right, back to this. What time? Oh my god, I gotta go to bed. It's 2:25 already. Whew. And then the next day, 8/16, 2:30 p.m., CHP incident report, VA. I'm going to assume this is Veterans Affairs, ISU 6, Matthew Sprague is on the case. Then 8/16, All-American Dream Chaser requesting tips for partygoers to join the show. 5:43 p.m., CHP incident report, the same officer gets reissued somewhere else. Then Tony Dodge and Zanime request for you to submit your tips, review Instagram messages seen with, oh, this is when he goes over Instagram messages with the "we can gangbang her" message in it. And then 8/17 is when Austin Ferreira is searching for Kylie live. And see, this is what's crazy is Zanime says here on the 14th that she's already been to Prosser, but then claims here on the 17th that Zanime... Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, on the 17th, Zanime drives to Prosser. She kayaks Prosser Family Campground with Hazmat, with the arrow, the campground, and says there she is. So she's been there for 3 days before going here. What'd you do in those 3 days that you were there, Zanime? Because I have video of you staying the night at the campground with your little kayak near the water with your car and everything. I have questions. Well, and that's weird. I was going back over the thingy and over the autopsy, and they're saying in the autopsy, okay, how her brain is too badly decomposed to take brain samples, but then weighs her brain in at 1,000 grams, yet her lungs only weigh 100 and 110 grams. Make that shit make sense. How is your brain gonna decompose and still weigh out that much? Meanwhile, they're saying that her lungs were in great condition. Like, your lungs are going to be one of the first things that are going to fucking decompose. I mean, oxygen is getting to your lungs quicker, or water is getting to your lungs a lot quicker than to your brain. I don't understand why them lungs are perfectly fine, but that brain's already decomposed. It sounds like she was left in the back of a hot car. That's my opinion. Even the autopsy says that Kylie Rodney was dead before she was put in the water. She did not drown. And all other evidence indicates that she was put into that water at a later date. And I'm going to stick to that. And I'm going to continue researching, putting in my FOIAs, and talking about it. Till next time, y'all. It's 2:28 a.m. I got to go night-night. I got to get up early. I got to spend some time with my son before he leaves. And then we'll come back on Squirrels on Fire tomorrow night. We'll do a nice, decent live. We'll go over some stuff. I want to read some of these Reddit posts. I want to go over some of the stuff that I found. But until then, I'm out of here. I love you all so much. Please hit that thumbs up. And a boom. Love you, girl. Thank you all for being here. God bless you all. I love you. Have a great night.